Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can sir.
Yeah, can.
Hi, Tulasi.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
welcoming to our sharing knowledge session, which is
Okay.
going to be share our knowledge based on the topic, which is on the culture. So, can you intro yourself? Like, what's your name and where are you from? Currently staying at, as well as working as what in Malaysia, and how many years staying in Malaysia as well?
Uh, okay, thank you. So my name is Said Asifuzzaman. I'm from Bangladesh. Currently, I'm studying in Malaysia. I finished my bachelor in aerospace engineering from University Putra Malaysia, and now I'm doing my masters. And currently, I am situated in Serdang, Selangor, just near the university. And for me it's been I have been living in Malaysia for 5 years already.
Oh, thank you, sir, for sharing your intro as well.
Okay.
So today we will discuss based on the culture of each races. Okay. Based on our topic, which is culture, we known as each races in Malaysia have a very unique culture and a own culture
Yep.
heritage, as well as a Malaysia culture can be seen through a very different kinds of, for example, like a culture, dance, nutrition of food, as well as a traditional attire, festival, and a musical instrument. So my
Yep.
name is Darshini Devi. So I would like to ask based on the culture dance. So mainly in Malaysia, there will be three specific races, which is Malay, Chinese, as well as Indian. So in the Malaysian country, there are different kinds of traditional culture dances for each races as well. So we known as a Malaysian as a Zapin, which is a mixture of a traditional like this culture dance of Malay is very famous in certain states, which is Selangor, Johor, as well as Pahang. So for Chinese, we known as a lion dance, which is they will be perform this dance during the Chinese New Year celebration, which is as well as during they open a new business. So it's symbolic like a lucky for them. Like they will call them as a wong. Okay, and for Indians, they will be perform the culture dance as a Bharatanatyam. So they will be perform this culture dance during their festival as well as any kind of event. So my questions, okay, what type of traditional culture dances do you have in your country, which is at the Bangladesh country?
Okay. So yeah, thank you very much. Okay. So regarding the Malaysian cultural dance, I have witnessed like all the things like the Malay dance and also the lion dance for the Chinese one and the Indian dance also. So if I have to like, yeah, it's very interesting. But if I have to talk about the cultural dance in my country, it will be the same one as the Indian one because what you can see that the classical dances, yeah, we have the same thing like you guys, because the Indian classical dance we also have these things because mostly in our culture we do not have so much type of dance, but the one similar to the Indian culture here, we also have the same classical dance, which is because the thing is the root of the dance is very old actually, is from the ancestor Indian history. It is also part of Indian history, the classical Indian dance. So as we are also by historical way, we are also part of India. So yep, we also have the same kind of dances.
Okay, nice explanation. As you said, as it is similar to the Indian culture
Yep.
classical dances. So, do you ever experience perform any of the culture dances at Bangladesh? Let me
Okay, can you
say,
repeat the question?
do you ever experience perform any of the culture dances in your country?
Okay, so if you talk about performing, no, I never like to participate in any kind of thing because the thing is, if you know the traditional the Indian dance, it is, it requires a lot of skill, and the people who are performing those, they are practicing the same thing for like for a long time. So
Mm.
it is very hard to practice. So of course, yeah, I never to participate, but yeah, I have seen a lot performance.
Oh, okay, all right. And then last will be like, do you see any traditional culture dances for the races in this country of Malaysia? Like just now I said there are three races, right? Malay, Chinese, and
Yeah, yeah.
Indians. So do you ever see Or do you ever look on any culture dances in Malaysia during the staying
Yeah,
5 years?
because I have witnessed the lion dance for the Chinese one, what have done, and also I have witnessed the traditional Malay dance, which is I don't know the actual name, but I have, because in my university there are some functions, and I have some friends, they
Mm-hmm.
do participate in those dances, so I have also have seen their performance. It's also nice. And regarding that, the Indian dance, of course, as I am familiar with it already, and also recently, one of my friend, he's actually from India, so his mom is also living here because his whole family lives in Malaysia, because the dad is working here. So her mom is a professional dancer. She also has students. She also teaches the classical Indian dance to Malaysians here. So I have witnessed one of her performance once. So it was also nice.
Okay, thank you so much for your explanation as well.
Okay.
So next, my friend will be ask more question on the related subtopics as well.
Okay.
Okay, hi, I'm Samitra.
Hi.
Uh, for my part is let's we talk about the nutrition and food. So
Okay.
in Malaysia, the famous food is actually nasi lemak. So nasi lemak is
Yep.
made with cooked rice with coconut milk and also pandan leaf, which give it a special flavor. So it's
Yeah.
usually also served with a peanut, cucumber, spicy sauce, and it's also fried anchovies. And people is also like add on other items like fried chickens or fried fish. It's depend on the personal people's personal preference. So
Okay.
my first question for you is actually, have you ever tried nasi lemak in Malaysia?
Yes, I have tried nasi lemak because I have been living here for a long time. So of course I have tried nasi lemak for a long time, like many times already.
Oh, that's great. So how it is taste? Is that how much rating will you give if out of five?
Out of five, because the thing is that I think I would rate it like four, because the first time when I taste nasi lemak, when I ate nasi lemak, it was quite it's like it it I was not very much familiar for that one, because mostly you, for Malaysians, you guys like to eat nasi lemak for breakfast, right? So as a breakfast, like with the spicy sambal and the egg, so first time I felt a bit weird, but later, yeah, it is okay. Like like sometimes when I feel like, okay, I should go and eat nasi lemak. I like nasi lemak with the chicken rendang. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I like that one. Wait with
Oh,
for
okay.
nasi lemak. Yeah.
So the second question is, at your country, what are the what food is famous at that?
Okay. Basically, our for my in my country, if you talk about the food, it will be a bit different than the food we have in Malaysia. But because the thing is, if you talk about the Indian food in Malaysia, mostly the food is from the south, right? But for in my country, we our food is also just like Indian food, but it's in the north part, so it is similar to the north. Because for regarding our food in our country, our food is mostly how to say, uh, the food our food is like influenced mostly by different type of cultures, like there are some which are traditionally which our food, and there are also some different things like which are influenced by the Persian food, Turkish food, this kind of things. Just like I think you guys all know biryani. What is biryani? Because you also have biryani here, right? But the thing is, biryani is a very wide this dish has a very wide variety. Different places they make it a biryani different way. So if you talk about the south, the biryani is different. Even in Malaysia, in different states, they have the different type of biryani. So yeah, so for us also, our the most famous food will be biryani. It's called kachi biryani, and yeah, it is kind of a bit different than Malaysian what you have biryani, because our biryani is mostly we made with mutton. It will be using mutton, and the spices are also a bit different. And one of the fun fact is that the food biryani, it actually comes from Central Asia. That's the very fun fact, because it comes from Central Asia, meaning countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, they have the biryani first. From there, it came from India, and then it spread to the world. So yeah, for me, I would say that our most famous food would be biryani, and also yeah, and also there are some similar food we have, just like you have in Malaysia, just like korma. We also have korma, but you use the coconut milk, but we don't use the coconut milk. Instead of that, we use the yogurt.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so
So,
these are our mostly traditional food.
oh, okay. Next time if I come over there, means I need to try that food. Ah. Okay,
Yeah,
my
yeah, sure.
third question is compared to nasi lemak and the food, I mean the biryani, which one you think is a better
Yeah.
and it's your favorite one?
Okay, the thing is, as I'm more used to eating biryani, so of course I like biryani more, and I will prefer this more. But the thing is also,
Expected it.
it's not like I don't like nasi lemak, because both food are different, right? It's not same. Like biryani is more rich, and nasi lemak is more, you can eat it in any time. But for biryani, you cannot eat it anytime. You cannot eat biryani for breakfast.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
correct. One. Expected
Yeah.
answer. Okay, I pass to my friend. She will talk about the
Okay.
other topics.
Okay, hello. I'm
Yeah.
Tulsi. My question is regarding for traditional attire. Okay, in Malaysia country, there are
Okay.
different kind of traditional attire for each races as well. Most Malaysian dress like Westerners, but it is mostly on special occasion only that the citizen wear the traditional dress of Malaysia. So Malay
Okay.
is the most prominent ethnic group in Malaysia. The traditional attire of Malay men is called baju Melayu, and for
Baju Melayu.
women was baju kurung or baju kebaya. Next, for Chinese, if you look at the Chinese community, most of the people residing in Malaysia don't dress traditionally. They prefer to dress casual. However, during festivals, especially the Chinese New Year, they are spotted in traditional outfit. Although rare, Chinese men in Malaysia wear their traditional clothes called tangsuit, and Chinese women wear cheongsam during festival and formal events, as well as Indian men in Malaysia wear kurta or vesti, and Indian women wear sari or Punjabi. So my question, have you ever tried to wear Malaysian's traditional attire as well as mentioned above?
Okay. So if you talk about the Malaysian traditional attire, the baju Melayu, right? The guys, the wear. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I had one. I have tried wearing it. It's nice. And yeah, and also the Chinese dress I have never wear. I have never experienced. But the Indian dress, the what is your cultural dress, is also similar to us. I think for you, you call it kurta, right? The one the guys wear, the long sleeve thing. But for us, we call it differently. It's called Punjabi in our country, but it's same because it's also very much traditional Indian thing. So yeah.
Okay, the second question is what is the traditional attire for men, women in your country?
Okay, so for as I mentioned, for traditional attire in my country, it will be same like what you have for Malaysians in Malaysian Indians. For us, as I mentioned, we wear kurta. But the thing is, we only wear our traditional dresses in festivals and things like that. We don't wear it very often. So for men, it will be like kurta. We wear it for traditional festival or also for prayer. We also use it for prayer. And for women, the traditional dress would be sari. I think you also have know what is sari. Yeah, sari is the most traditional dress for women. For women also, sometimes they also use it for in their daily life, but mostly in traditional like things, they also prefer wearing sari. And there is also another dress is called salwar kameez. It's like, it's women dress also with yeah, I don't know how to describe. So these are the traditional dresses which we have in our country. And also if you talk about the baju Malayu, we have another dress like that, but we don't use it. We only use the shirt. We don't use the pant one. It's called fatwa. It's also very comfortable, and it's also very much traditional. So some people also use it because for hot weather, it's also, it gives you comfort.
Okay. Okay, and the last, from your point of view, what is the uniqueness of the traditional attire in your country compared to Malaysia?
Actually, I cannot say that there is something so much unique, because the thing is, in both countries, if I look at it, like we are not using actually the traditional dress everyday night, in our everyday life, right? We are only wearing the traditional dresses in festivals and things like that. So what I would say, that it's our traditional dress is very much similar with the Indians. So it's not, you cannot describe, like do description between the dresses. But the Chinese dress is kind of different, of course, because of the Chinese tradition. We are not very much familiar with it, but others are quite same. Because also, if you talk about the baju mala, the guys, you'll see they wear something in the head. For us, that is also a part of a Muslim tradition. So we also, when we do prayer, we also wear the same thing. Yeah, so I would say that there are a lot of similarities. And also for the woman, the dress they wear, the Malay woman, it is also very similar to Arab dress, which is also, we also have the same thing.
Okay, next I pass to my friend.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Romita.
Hello.
So I would like to discuss about traditional musical instruments.
Okay.
Well, within Malaysia, one of the oldest Malays art heritage is traditional music,
Okay.
with accompanying the instruments where knowledge is passed down from one generation to another. So the existence of these musical instruments symbolize proof of the old locals' wisdom and basically understanding of the social needs. So the
Okay.
common Malaysian musical instruments are like cat lempong, gambus, kompang, seruling, and so on. So have you
Okay.
ever heard of any of these Malaysian traditional musical instruments?
Okay, the thing is, I have seen a lot of Malaysian traditional musical instrument, but I do not know the name specifically. Okay, the names are not very much familiar to me, but yeah, I know, and I have seen a lot of things, because the musical instrument, if you see that, uh they are in all country, actually they are very much the same type, right? uh it's not very much different than each other. So yeah, just like for if you say, like for Chinese, when they do the I think they say the 12 drums or something like that, right? In the During the lion dance, they have the drum. If you talk about the drum is also very much similar to Indian instrument. I think you guys also have this called dhol. You have that, right? Yeah, so it's kind of similar one. So that's why the instrument musical Malaysian cultural musical instrument I have seen a lot, and it's also very much similar to other instrument, I can say. And yeah, it's the sound is very much interesting one. But I don't know specifically the names.
Just that you are not familiar with the names.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So, any famous musical instruments in your country?
I
Name
think
one.
yeah, our country, the musical instruments will be okay, it depends on what type of, I think, what type of song or what is happening, like, because we have the thing, the dhol. I don't know, I don't know. In Okay, if when you are doing the Indians, you guys, your Diwali or something like that, you have a big drum, right? The drum with two
Yeah,
sticks. Yeah, that one we call dhol. It is one of our
yeah,
traditional instruments. And
I know the
also,
name.
yeah, also we have some other traditional instrument which is called harmonium. It's just like a piano. Okay, and also, like, these are our traditional, you can say, instrument. Also the other one, that one I also don't know the name. The big, but I believe you know this one, because it is related to your Hindu gods. I think your goddess Saraswati, he has a musical instrument in his hand, right? The big one. Yeah, we also have that one, because it's part of Indian culture. So we all have the same things.
So, the uniqueness you think, what are the uniqueness? The musical instrument you mentioned just now compared to us.
What I can say, that there is regarding the musical instrument, there is nothing too much unique, because what we have mostly you have, but some things are unique. Just like there is something called harmonium, the one I said is like a piano one. It's very much traditional. And also very old musical instrument. And it mostly when in our country, when someone is learning how to sing classical song, it is a must. So what I would say, the uniqueness will be how they are using it is kind of same, but only the difference is uh, I can say the basic build up of the instrument. The Malay instrument, it is kind of different how it is made, and for us also it's kind of different, like how it is making, like how the shape of the thing actually.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Okay.
explanation. Over to Shakti.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sakti. So my
Hello.
topic for today will be on festival. So
Okay.
festival makes a significant contribution to emotions of social collaborations, and many of the festivals are centered on culture and also ethics subject, with the goal of informing community members about their customs. So they feature the community elders sharing their stories and experience with the establishing the patterns of keeping family togetherness as far as the festival's main concern is. And also in Malaysia, there are three races, as you know, is Malay, Indians, and Chinese. The main three festivals that we will celebrate in Malaysia will be Hari Raya Haidilfitri for Malays, Chinese New Year for Chinese, and also Deepavali for
Okay.
Indians. So my questions to you will be like, first is, what is the most celebrated festival at Bangladesh in your custom?
Okay, so in Bangladesh, just like Malaysia, we have people from different custom also, because
Yes.
it mostly depends on the religion. Because I'm
Yeah,
a
and
Muslim.
then
Yeah.
the festival you will be mostly like celebrated in
Okay.
your
Yeah.
town or something.
Understand. So for Muslim, we just like Malays, we like Hari
Yes.
Raya, Idul Fitri, and the other one. We also have the same. It's called Eid,
Yes.
because we call Eid Idul Adha and Idul Fitr. So it will be the biggest two festival for the Muslims. And just like other will be Hindu, we also have a very big Hindu population. So for Hindu, we have a lot, we do a lot of festivals. Okay, they have a lot of festivals, just like Deepavali. We also have Deepavali. But for one thing unique regarding the Bengali Hindus is that their most celebrated festival is not Deepavali, because for them the most important festival is Durga Puja. Okay, I think you know what is that one. So because
Yeah, we
they
know.
celebrate, yeah, they celebrate it is they give more importance to Durga Puja than Deepavali, because yeah, they make it is a really big festival. They will, I think it will be around 7 days. And also, yeah, so they do it
Yeah,
in
we
a very
also
majestic.
celebrate the same thing, just that here they don't like make it a bigger one than the
Oh,
in
okay, yeah,
India.
yeah, I understand. Yeah, but for us, that is the biggest one. So that is one. And another one for Eid, of course, Eid is also very much important for us. Eid, and also the Ramadan, the month of Ramadan is also like very celebrated in a very majestic way. And this is one thing I will say, the similarity between Malaysia and Bangladesh is also because there are a lot of cultures. But the thing is, everyone celebrates their other other culture. It's just like I have neighbors who are from Hindu, so when they have the celebration, they will invite us. We will go visit their home. And also during Eid, our friends from different other religion, they will also come. Just like in our country, we also have Christians. And also another is the Buddha, like Buddhist people. So Buddhist people, they also have their different celebrations actually. Just like today, I think in Malaysia is Wasak, right?
Yes, it's Visa
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. Okay. So we do not have Wasak in our country. We don't celebrate this one. But at the same time, at the same day, the Buddhist people in our country, they have one festival happening in the same day. We call it like Buddha Purnima, something like that. So yeah. So different, really, like people from different religion, they have different peoples. Even the ethnic people, we have a lot of ethnic people. They also have their own celebrations. But mostly, yeah, mostly if you talk about the mostly celebrated is the Eid, which is Hari Raya, and Durga Puja.
Okay, have you ever celebrated or participate any of the Malaysia festivals when you're staying at Malaysia?
Okay. Okay, it's where as I'm staying in Malaysia, so yeah, I have observed Hari Raya here in Malaysia. So that is one, and also I have friends who are Hindu. So regarding Deepavali, I have also visited their home and etc. So yeah, you can say these two festivals I have celebrated here in Malaysia.
But there are some
There,
difference from Bangladesh, or is it the same? The rituals all
uh,
the same thing.
the rituals are mostly same, but some only few differences because of course we celebrate in our cultural way. But the important the main thing is the main point is same, just the way like a bit different. That's all. There is nothing much. Oh,
Thank you for your time.
another festival which is very important in our country, which is we have a Bengali New Year. That one is celebrated also. I think the same day as the you have Tamil New Year, right? The same day
Yeah.
there is the Bengali New Year for Bengali people, and this that, that yeah that celebration is also very much important for us. That is one celebration for everyone. Yeah, we have our own cultural things to do in that celebration. Like people wear different type of clothes, and also the food will be some traditional foods, and there will be some parades and things which are very much cultural.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you so
thank you.
much for
And then I
your
pass to.
sharing session with us and your knowledge based on the culture. And we also gain a lot of the ideas based on the culture of the Bangladesh as well. So thank you for taking part in these sessions.
Okay, welcome.